Live from beautiful San Diego, California, it's time for week number 9 of the Simulation Football League's 17th season. And from Robert Hansen Field at Lee Archer Stadium, the San Diego Mavericks are looking for their second win in franchise history. On the other side, the St. Louis Gladiators sit at 4-4 and are looking for a late season playoff push. It's a pivotal matchup out west as we get the week underway. Alongside Mark Lopez and Benji Matson, my name is Michael Drumillo. Thank you so much for joining us live on YouTube on this Saturday afternoon. Benji, a team whose fortunes are about even and a team whose fortunes are a little down. What are we expecting to see here this afternoon?
Expecting to see a good game, Michael. We've got a great afternoon for football. Two hungry teams on the field in front of us ready to play. St. Louis coming in off a big victory last week, playing a spot of defense. Hanging a big 0 there on the Tulsa Desperados, or I should say not allowing Tulsa to hang anything but a 0 on them. Playing good defense in that win, 20-zip over Tulsa last week to strengthen their record of 4-4. They're on the road against the San Diego Mavericks, hungry for victory number 2 in their young franchise's history. I think it's going to be a good game today. We'll see how this plays out. The premium will be on taking care of the football, limit those turnovers, get the ground game going, play some solid defense. I expect this to be a good one today. We'll see how this shakes out.
This is St. Louis's first road game since week 5 when they lost at Jacksonville. 3 straight home games that went 2-1 in that span, defeating Mexico City and Tulsa and losing to Florida. That's a tough 3-game homestand.
Yeah, absolutely. That victory over the Aztecs looms large. I mean, Mexico City right now playing great at 6-2. That's a big strength of victory there, Mark, for the Gladiators. It's going to help them a long way in this chase to get to the playoffs here as the season winds down. That's a quality victory, and they are looking to add another tally mark to the record today.
It's tough to say that the season is winding down. It just feels like yesterday that we got started. Well, let's get this one started as the Mavericks will start from their own 30-yard line. White helmets, gray jerseys, gray pants, red numbers, red and a white trim. Here's their offensive lineup. Javier Vasquez is the quarterback. Jalen Wells the running back. Nick Hoagland at fullback. Wide receivers, Ryan Owens, Liam Hammer, and Oscar Perdomo. Tight end Optimus Klein. Center, Finley James. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. The receivers to the left in a bunch formation. Wells the deep back. On 1st and 10 from the 31, handoff middle. Wells tries to break one tackle, but it is wrestled down from behind. And it'll be 2nd down and 8. Here's the starting lineup for the St. Louis Gladiators. Matt Holford and Tom Tanner, defensive ends. Igor Berbatov and Mike Bilot, the defensive tackles. Linebackers Rodney Panani and Mark Gronick. Freeman Peltier, Rauger Law, Colin Douglas, and Drew Reilly make up a stacked cornerback lineup. And Geralt Winkler and Nicholas Warner are the safeties. Vasquez to throw deep down the middle, and it's intercepted at the 40-yard line of the leaping variety by Drew Reilly.
Almost on cue, Michael. Talking about this stacked secondary for St. Louis, and just almost as if on cue, Drew Reilly, the cornerback, one of the captains, reels in that interception in the backfield for interception number 5 on the season for Drew Reilly. And just like that, St. Louis playing some good defense. That's going to be the strength of this game today for them. Turn the ball over, turn the Mavericks over, that is, and get this ball back to the offense.
Fullback dive on 1st down. That's Bill Cherry. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, not a whole lot more. That is the 22nd interception on the season for the St. Louis defense. Nicholas Warner has 7. Geralt Winkler has 6. Drew Reilly has 5. Rauger Law has 2. Colin Douglas and Freeman Peltier both have 1. Christian Brown is the quarterback for St. Louis. He's got 2 receivers to his right, 2 in the backfield as well. Plenty of time for Brown to throw. He's going to heave it over the middle and in double coverage. How about that catch by Eagle Mondavi?
Right off the bat, CB12 looking for one of his big playmakers right down the middle of the field. Eagle Mondavi getting things started quickly. Eagle comes in after a 4-catch game last week, only 37 yards for the speedster on the outside. but maybe this is an indication on the day today. Christian Brown's going to be looking for Eagle perhaps quite often.
That was Eagle Mondavi's 100th target of the season. That leads the league. Underneath it goes to Phil Cause, the tight end. Here's the St. Louis offense. Quarterback Christian Brown, running back Cairo Martinez, fullback Bill Cherry, wide receivers Paul Dillevue and Eagle Mondavi, tight ends Phil Cause and Guy Clausen, and Patrick Kelly and Jacob Stevenson are on the offensive line. 2nd down and 4 for St. Louis as they're already marching into Mavericks territory. Mavericks show pressure, only rush 4. Plenty of time for Christian Brown to float that corner out to the sideline and pick up a 1st down.
St. Louis being cautious here with the ball in the first drive after scoring that interception. They've got the ball now inside of San Diego Mavericks territory. This is a gift after kicking the ball off to receive the game. They've got the ball quickly here. They're marching. They're kind of just seeing what the Mavericks are going to give them on defense and trying to take advantage of what they see in front of them on the field.
Offset eye, set to the left. It's going to be a fullback dive for Cherry, past the 20, down to the 17-yard line, pickup of 5. And that's, 2 runs for the fullback on the opening drive. Could the Gladiators be trying to set the tone here?
They very well could be. Bill Cherry, the Cherry Bomb. He got 9 carries from his fullback spot last week. Just a shade under 50 yards on the ground on those 9 carries. That's an effective day for the fullback. I think it's just another weapon in the arsenal for Christian Brown and the Gladiators. And turn the ball around and get some positive yards from the big fullback.
Here's the running back, though. Hits Cairo Martinez. Martinez doesn't really fare well against the Mavericks defense. Leon Thunderman brings him down, only a gain of 1, 3rd down and 3. Quickly, here's the Mavericks defense. Joe Duncan, Denzel Maverick, Mufasa Camo, and KT Slayer on the defensive line. Leon Thunderman, who just made that tackle, and Stephon Forge. At linebacker, Pete Mitchell and Devin King. Also linebackers, Ron Hoff and Kai Cash at corner. Ray Linderl III and Zach Hollendorf at safety. Brown pumps and throws. Incomplete, too far in front of Paul Dillevue. 4th down and 3, and San Diego has limited St. Louis to a field goal attempt off of their turnover.
Christian Brown did what he needed to there. We saw the pump fake. He was actually holding on to the ball. Paul Dillevue was caught up in traffic there. He had to wait and wait, and then got rid of that ball when he had to, but just couldn't sync up with Paul Dillevue. Good defense there by the Mavericks. They really interrupted that route and saved the day here, forcing a Gladiator field goal attempt.
This will be about a 33-yarder from Taz Van Wolfswinkel. He gets the ball away, and it is good from 32, and St. Louis takes a 3-0 lead on the road. We haven't seen much from the Mavericks offense, just a couple plays and a big interception for Javier Vasquez. That's an all too common occurrence, unfortunately, for the San Diego quarterback this season. 13 touchdowns to now 20 interceptions, also 13 sacks given up by the San Diego offensive line.
Well, that's going to be a premium. We mentioned it at the top of the broadcast. It's quite possible the team that turns the ball over fewer times today is going to wind up on top of the leaderboard when this thing is done.
And we all know about points off turnovers and how critical that is. St. Louis has 3 of them. San Diego starting just about where they started their last drive at, from the 34.
And so for the Mavericks, as they come out on this second drive, they spread Gladiator defense out wide on the first drive and then attempted to drive the ball up the middle. With the running game, I wouldn't be surprised to see some more of the same, trying to continue to mix in running the pass here early in this first quarter still.
4-3 look from St. Louis. Play action, short over the middle, back to the running back Wells. And that's actually a solid play on 1st down to pick up 4.
Yeah, absolutely. It's almost like a glorified handoff a little bit. You line up with your double tight end set, but you fake the play action pass and then turn around and just dump it right off to your running back. It's just a long handoff there, good for positive yards. Sets up a 2nd and 6.
And it's important, if you're getting beaten on the line, to set up some misdirections and try to get your playmakers in space. Penalty flag flies, free play for San Diego. Falling forward for about 2 is Jalen Wells. I'm sure they'll accept the penalty and pick up. Well, I don't think it'll be a 1st down. It'll be very close.
Yeah, they'll probably take the yardage here early, or tough sledding early on here in the running game. That St. Louis defensive front, it's really mucking things up there in the middle. But the best thing for the Mavericks to do is just stay patient. Still early in the game, don't go away from that running game. Just keep probing and see where you can have success.
Getting a good look at Mark Gronick, the linebacker. Second down and less than 1. Now for San Diego, it's going to be a pass. Same go route. He threw the interception on it. It's almost picked again by Drew Reilly.
Yeah, that's difficult there. That was almost a mirror image of that interception on the first drive. Javier Vasquez dropping back there. Did have Jalen Wells fading out into the flat for a dump off there if he wanted to, but they're trying to find something downfield. That's 2 times now they've picked on Drew Reilly. Haven't had any success just yet. It'll be interesting to see how that matchup there continues throughout the game.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd down and 1 from their own 43-yard line. They're going to give it to Wells, looking for space, and no space exists because Mark Gronick was in the backfield, bringing him down.
Absolutely. And it was his partner in crime back there, Rodney Panini, who lined up, came on the inside linebacker run blitz there. It opened up some space. Mark Gronick's able to sneak in there and make the big tackle, stop that drive, force the Mavericks punt.
And a bit of a questionable decision for me to go for that pass on 2nd and 1 when you might have had 2 shots at just moving the chains and keeping the offense on the field. On the return is Elsie Mondavi. She brings it up to the 26-yard line, and St. Louis will have the ball again up 3-0. So not a lot from the San Diego offense in 2 trips to the field.
Not yet, but don't give up. Be patient. We might up in the booth. We might not like necessarily those 2 challenges there deep against Drew Reilly, but you know what? Being aggressive is a good thing in this game. You can't fault them for wanting to be aggressive here early at home.
A little bit of a high snap. The throw goes underneath, and that pass is complete to Phil Cause. Gain of 11, first down up to the 36.
Yeah, CB12 looking a little bit like TB12 there with a little sidearm delivery, just like that. Hits one of his favorite targets, Phil Koss, across the middle. The very dependable tight end. Received a player of the game marks last week. It was 13 receptions and 140 yards in that 20-zip victory. See, good things happen when you throw it to the tight end.
I think Mr. Mike Daggs, broadcast director extraordinaire, would agree with you. Another sidearm throw, this to the outside, but Paul Dillabou cannot hang on as he was accosted step for step by Kai Cash.
Yeah, that's actually very good defense there by Kai Cash on the outside. 6'3" cornerback. In his first season with the Mavericks, he plays patiently at the snap, lets that route develop, and then uses his speed to close that one out, make that a difficult play for Paul Dillabou to make. That was a very good play there on the outside by Kai Cash.
A former Houston Hyena. There's a couple of former Houston Hyenas in this game. Rauger Law, the cornerback for St. Louis, played in Houston last season. Underneath it goes. Dillabou trying to turn the corner. Yes, he does. Up to the 47, and another first down for St. Louis.
And that's an effective play call there by the Gladiators out of that bunch formation. Just let those wide receivers of yours just create some chaos there in the middle. Those defenders don't know who's going where. And then out of that mess, Paul Dillabou emerges, runs the great route to the outside against Kai Cash again, but makes the catch for the first down.
Brown, under pressure, floats it out to the fullback, Cherry. Not a lot of room for him to work with, only a gain of 1. Christian Brown coming into the game, just over 2,000 yards on the season, 14 touchdowns, 19 interceptions.
Way to take advantage of Bill Cherry out in the flat there. When you don't have anything down the field, it's okay to check down. You get positive yards at it, and you live to fight another down.
This time under center, hand off to Martinez. He slips to the outside, and he's got almost a first down. They're actually going to call him about a half yard short up at the 44, third down, and less than a yard to go.
Great blocking up front. Well, we should mention the tackles that the Gladiators have here. Patrick Kelly, Jacob Stevenson, both rookies. Now along this front line, we saw them make some effective blocks there, walling off the Mavericks to allow that first down.
Look out, there goes Martinez on a dive, and he has some elite speed, as you saw right there. He got all the way to the San Diego 32 before being stopped.
Absolutely. This is another well-blocked run here. Look, Cairo Martinez isn't even touched until he's about 8 yards past the line of scrimmage. If St. Louis can get this kind of blocking up front by the big mollies, then Cairo Martinez might be in store for a big day today.
And this is the advantage of having those high-value offensive linemen, as it makes the running game so much easier. It also gives your quarterback a lot more time to work. Right there is a proof of it, but Christian Brown throws a pick. That was not a very well-advised throw, and Leon Thunderman, playing center field, makes the interception.
Gladiators had 2 receivers in the same area. Eagle Mondavi, Phil Koss coming up underneath. Not quite sure if that was intended for Eagle Mondavi or not, but some good defense for the Mavericks there. They were able to sneak in and pick that one off. Leon Thunderman, the first draft pick in the season 17 in the SFL, makes his 2nd interception of his rookie season.
Going over the middle, complete, just out of the reach of Freeman Peltier. Gain of 9 has found the waiting arms of Oscar Perdomo. And how about Oscar Perdomo? First ever catch in the Simulation Football League, just signed this week.
Welcome to the SFL, Oscar.
Handoff middle, Jalen Wells this time with a head as Steam gets to the 30 before being shouldered down by Mark Gronick. Gronick's been everywhere today, and he's been all over the place all season. Leads the team with 75 tackles.
Yeah, very, just a stone wall there in that linebacker realm for the Gladiators, but that's on offense. That's exactly what Javier Vasquez and Jalen Wells and team need to do. Don't give up on that running game. Get some positive yards there and it'll help.
Vasquez goes deep and finds the post route down to the 49.
Great play here by the Mavericks. This time they spread the Gladiators out wide, creates a little bit of extra space there in the middle, and that's a great post route there. Run well. Oscar.
And how about the rookie? Perdomo again. 2nd straight catch moves the chains for the Mavericks.
You know, the Gladiators don't have any tape. They don't have any tape on the rookie. Maybe Javier Vasquez has got something here cooking with the rookie. We'll see what happens.
Vasquez going to go short, and it's complete for a gain of 5, and that was very close to being tipped, as I believe Igor Barbatov was all over that route and reached his hand up, and it was just floated into the hands of the receiver.
Goes for 5 yards and a 2nd down for the Mavericks. Very quietly here after that interception. They took the ball away from St. Louis, putting together a little bit of a good drive here.
No step drop, throwing into traffic, and how about Javier Vasquez trusting his receivers? That time it's Ryan Owens who hangs on with it, and San Diego is in business. They're coming towards field goal range.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at this toss here on the replay. Gladiators everywhere. Javier Vasquez threads the needle right to Ryan Owens on that one. That was quite a play there. Good pitch and catch. The quarterback with his star wide receiver.
I think when Optimus Climb and Liam Hammer and company look at film this week, there's a hold on. Vasquez tipped and picked at the goal line, and running back the other way it's either Geralt Wickler or Nicholas Warner. It's Nicholas Warner with the interception, and that's the 2nd one thrown by Vasquez. And I don't know if that's really Vasquez's fault. There was a massive deflection at about the 10-yard line.
And that play was made by Rodney Bonani, the inside linebacker, dropping straight back in coverage. Javier Vasquez could not get the ball over the inside linebacker retreating, and Rodney Bonani tips that one up, and Nicholas Pop Warner reels in the interception.
How about interception number 30 on the career for Warner? Another sidearm sling for Christian Brown, gain of 9 up to the 20. So back to what I was talking about on that throw where Vasquez just eked it in that really tiny window to Ryan Owens. I think the coaching staff for San Diego is going to look back on that during film study this week and said, all right, good throw, good catch. Don't do that again.
Depends on how this game plays out. Maybe in the coach's room after this game is done, they say, do that again. Let's keep doing that.
Look at Christian Brown is going down all the way back. They're going to give him forward progress to the 14-yard line. Mufasa Kamo, 3-season veteran of the SFL, makes that sack, and it's 3rd down and 8.
Third sack on the season by the defensive tackle. That was a great play. Great pressure up front by that D-line.
And finally, some pressure on Brown, and this pass is incomplete. Knocked out of the air by Ron Hoff. It was intended for Eagle Mondavi out there. Actually, Devin King.
There's a good replay. Looks like at the last minute, Zach Holdorf comes in with that big mitt of his right there and knocks that ball away. I think that Zach Holdorf, the hitman, coming in over the top from the strong safety spot at the last minute, tips that ball away from the sure hands of Phil Koss. That's a fantastic defensive play there by the hitman.
Zach Holdorf playing against his former compatriots. He played with St. Louis last season. Former teammates with a lot of these Gladiators. From just inside the goal line, here's Johnny Pickles and his first punt of the day. It's going to be good field position for the Mavericks, and they're going to start at the St. Louis 45-yard line. So after the initial 3-point swing off the turnover by St. Louis, San Diego is back in it. They've got the ball in St. Louis territory. They haven't let the turnovers bother them too much, and they'll try and tie the game up or take the lead coming up next. It's the Simulation Football League on YouTube, presented by APM Music. Start of the second, we'll flip the field and do it again. 1st and 10 for San Diego from the 45. Vasquez facing late pressure, and it's intercepted. He just had to get it away somehow, and racing down the sideline, breaking a tackle and going into the end zone is Drew Reilly for the pick-6 touchdown.
Fantastic play by the defensive captain here. Drew Reilly playing great defense, just muscles up the Maverick. Steals that ball away and races down the sideline for a pick-6. Fantastic play. I think at some point here, they're just going to have to stop throwing in the direction of Drew Reilly.
Pick-6 number 3 on the season for the St. Louis Gladiators. Both safeties, Geralt Winkler and Nicholas Warner, have one. And that is the 4th pick-6 all-time for Drew Reilly. He now leads all active St. Louis Gladiators in pick-6s. And considering how long guys like Freeman Peltier and Colin Douglas have been in the league, that's saying something. Extra point up and good. St. Louis with a 10-0 lead, and it's been all the St. Louis defense making the plays so far today.
Absolutely. 10 points on defensive, well, on turnovers, essentially. Obviously, a pick-6 right there. On that first drive of the game, after 2 plays, Gladiators intercept Javier Vasquez on that short field. They're able to drive in for 3. The Mavericks are playing good defense, though, especially as that first quarter wound down. They're going to be in this thing. We just need the offense to settle down a bit and be careful with that ball.
And San Diego's offense will start from the 32-yard line. Liam Hammer, the former Chicago Wildcat. Excuse me, that's Ryan Owens on the return, not Liam Hammer, excuse me.
So as the Mavericks come out now, I think what you need to be doing is point out Drew Reilly. Who's he covering right now? And let's go the other direction with this ball.
I'd try and establish the run more because Jalen Wells has been having some success. Here's Wells off tackle, and just as I say that, the commentator's curse strikes again. Excellent wrap-up, only a gain of 1. There is the aforementioned 10-season veteran Freeman Peltier.
The veteran supporting the run from his cornerback spot, not afraid to make a big tackle on Jalen Wells, the halfback, 6 foot, 230 pounds. That's a big guy with the ball to bring down. Good job making that tackle, Freeman Peltier.
Plenty of time in the pocket for Vasquez. He only throws short. and will pick up 5. That time he does hit Liam Amber, the former Chicago Wildcat, playing his first season in San Diego, also taking over the head coaching duties for the Mavericks this season.
So far, despite the turnovers, Javier Vasquez doing a great job of distributing the ball. 3rd and 5. Look for something short to intermediate here. Let your playmakers earn the first down.
Well, Vasquez is going to go deep, and it's incomplete. They went away from Drew Reilly, but they threw towards Ralger Law, and Law knocks it down, and a 3-and-out for San Diego.
The Mavericks might see something they're trying to exploit in this very stout Gladiator secondary. They are going to continue to test throwing this ball downfield. Still a lot of time yet to go in this first half. But they're going to, I guess, we're going to keep seeing them try and figure out what that is that they can get downfield. Didn't work for them this time. They're going to punt this ball back to the Gladiators.
Now, San Diego 0 for 3 on those deep go routes down the sideline with an interception on the first one they threw. St. Louis will start from their own 31-yard line, and we're already to week 9, Benji. We got to start talking about the playoffs. They are creeping up. Soon as you know it, they'll be here.
A lot of teams this weekend already seemingly facing must-win games. I know that we won't come out and officially say that, but St. Louis, for instance, 4-4 in a division race, fighting for playoffs. It's a big game for them today.
Brown gets it away. Dillavu hung around to help out his quarterback, but in the end can only get back to the line of scrimmage. As St. Louis currently in 13th place, sitting at 4-4, 1 away from the playoff line. Carolina currently holds that spot, and the only reason that Carolina does hold that spot over St. Louis is strength of victory. They are chasing Atlanta in the East Division, but Atlanta at 6-2. Bill Cherry up the middle, only gets 1, 3rd down and 9. But St. Louis is said 2nd place in the division behind Atlanta at 6-2. But Atlanta would have to have a pretty major collapse, and St. Louis would have to win the majority of their games to get back into that race. 3rd and 9. Let's see what Christian Brown can dial up here. He's going to throw it short, and it's going to be just enough for a first down.
Good play here by the Gladiators. They spread the Mavericks out wide. Run slants across the middle. Christian Brown has his pick and gets this ball to the open receiver for the first down.
And that open receiver was Exodius Baines off the bench and into the stat book. And that's a crunching hit on Cairo Martinez. Yeah, oof is right. We could hear that one from all the way up here. Look out, Mufasa Kamau is hunting heads.
That is called run defense. 58, I believe, on the tackle. Devin King from the linebacker spot running in and make that big hit. Regardless, that was a great play by the Mavericks.
Floated to the near side. Dillavu running the wrong way. Had to come back for the football and ends up losing a yard. 3rd down and 11. So a 2nd straight 3rd and long for St. Louis on this drive.
And early in the game here on offense, St. Louis 2 for 4 on 3rd down, 50% conversion rate here. 3rd and 11. You know, it seems to me there might be a few more turnovers in this game. St. Louis would like to avoid committing a turnover right here on this 3rd and 11.
Watch out for the all slants. We saw it last time, and we're going to see it again. Yes, we are, and it's incomplete. Looking for Eagle Mondavi and had the ball knocked out of his hands. And it's 4th and 11. So the San Diego defense continuing to play well. Just the 2 turnovers and the 10 points off turnovers separating the two sides as we head towards halftime.
Yeah, absolutely. They are playing well. And they just need to just keep doing what you're doing on defense. I think offense is going to settle down here still yet and figure things out. We're absolutely still in this game.
Pickles the punt. Owens the return up to the 36-yard line. And San Diego, while they are 1-2 8-7, their first win in franchise history, coming in week 5 against Arizona. They've played some teams close, lost to Charleston by 3 in week 7, lost to St. Louis by 8 in week 4. So they've been in games, they just haven't been able to get over the line except against Arizona. Vasquez, time to throw, throws it long. This time it's complete all the way to the St. Louis 32-yard line. Oscar Perdomo, the rookie, is the standout for Porter on offense so far.
Absolutely. Leading receiver so far on the team early in this game. Javier Vasquez and Oscar Perdomo. They are heating up here. This is a well-run route. Great throw by Javier Vasquez. They are now inside of Gladiator territory.
That was a play action, and then back to Jalen Wells over the middle. We've seen that play before. It was a little awkward looking, but it does pick up 9 yards.
It doesn't matter how it looks. Some of us aren't blessed with good looks. All that matters is that you get the job done. 9-yard gain on first down sets up a 2nd and short.
I almost thought for a second that Vasquez was just going to take off and run with it because he was right at the line of scrimmage after the rollout. Shown pressure by St. Louis. Jalen Wells runs right through it. Excellent blocking on the offensive line. Finley James and company doing a fantastic job. First down, San Diego.
Yeah, good catch there, Michael. Finley James in his center spot makes a great block on the inside linebacker there and helps spring Jalen Wells there. The big gain sets up another first down. They're now in the red zone. This is where it's a premium to take care of the ball, even if you only get 3 on the board here. Just don't turn the ball over.
Floated to the far side. Complete tackle made by Gerald Winkler. And Mark Gronick was there as well. That was Newsom on the catch.
We mentioned the rookie Oscar Perdomo. Already 50 yards. I think he's got 60 yards already on 3 catches from Javier Vasquez. Already a very dependable target.
Again, floated to the sideline, having to adjust his body in midair and making the catches. Liam Hammer sets up a manageable 3rd down and 1. So last time they were in 3rd and short. San Diego elected to try and throw for it. Let's see if they give it to Wells here.
I think the doctor ordered some Optimus Klein on this 3rd and short, perhaps, if they don't want to run the ball. Where's the big tight end?
Haven't seen Klein yet in this ball game. 3rd and 1 from just inside the 10. They are going to throw, set up a screen, first down. So they do go to Jalen Wells, but not in the way I was expecting. 1st and goal for San Diego from the 6.
See, they're shaking things up. They're unpredictable. These Mavericks are doing what they got to do. Now they got a first down inside the 10-yard line here. Almost on the 5. It's tough to score when you're getting in close to the goal line like this, but they got a fresh set of downs to try.
Let's see what St. Louis dials up on defense. Everybody pressuring the line. It's going to be a fullback dive to Nick Hoagland, and he gets down to the 2. Touchdown saving tackle by Gerald Winkler. Oh, no, excuse me. That was Jalen Wells.
Good rush straight ahead. That's what you got to do almost. I mean, 2nd down, you've got great blocking up front. Got a big center there. Finley James, run right behind your stud center there. Turn around and hand that ball off to Jalen Wells. Block with Nick Hoagland, the hog. See if you can't punch this one into the end zone.
It's going to be a throw. Another screen to Wells, and Wells pushes the ball over the pylon. Touchdown, San Diego. And the Mavericks are right back in this one.
There you go. Just like that. Absolutely right back in it. They've been playing great on defense, and now the offense finally put a drive together, held onto the ball. Here we go, shaking things up a little bit, utilizing Jalen Wells out of the backfield. He makes the receiving touchdown on the season. 2nd receiving touchdown for Jalen Wells out of the backfield for the Mavericks this year.
8 plays, 64 yards. Talk about a fantastically executed drive by the Mavericks offense. And they didn't beat themselves. That's the most important thing. The high school coach, or I work as a broadcaster, always preaches about not beating yourself. And they didn't that time, and they put it in the end zone.
8-play drive there. Javier Vasquez led the charge. 5 of those 8 plays, 5 of those 8 touches went to Jalen Wells from that halfback spot. We saw them take advantage of his athleticism in the passing game there to put 6 on the board, and they are right back in it.
St. Louis, for all of their 3-point lead, haven't really done much on offense today. The San Diego defense has been very good. LC Mondavi brings it to the 26-yard line.
Now for St. Louis, rather, they see what happens when San Diego gets on schedule, gets things on track. They're right back in this game now. St. Louis, their offense now needs to put something together.
Jairo Martinez up the middle, breaks a tackle and gets into the open field towards midfield and down to the 48-yard line. I've been waiting for that all game. Because in the first half, Martinez, every time he touches the ball, looks like he's one broken tackle from breaking one, and he just did right there.
Yeah, credit the blocking up front by the Gladiators on that one. On the replay, I don't know if you saw it, but the cherry bomb blew up a Maverick there. Great block by the fullback. Brung Jairo Martinez for that long gain there. That's a well-blocked, well-executed play by the Gladiators.
Denzel Maverick almost dragged Martinez down at the line of scrimmage. But now St. Louis are just shy of the 50-yard line. Christian Brown, high snap. Pump fakes once, now has pressure in his face. Tries to roll away from it, but he's going to go down for a big old loss of 7 back to the 40. Did San Diego come to play on defense today or what? Devin King, the linebacker, with the sack.
Yeah, they brought the house on first down, linebacker blitz. They all got in there. Devin King able to make the sack. Great play. That was an aggressive play call on defense by the Mavericks.
Bunch right, single left. It's going to be underneath to LC Mondavi. And she only gets 2 yards, sets up a third and a country mile.
Yeah, 3rd and 15 is a precocious down. You definitely don't want to turn the ball over. St. Louis yet, though, they need to be aggressive. They got 2 minutes and timeouts on the clock. Try and push this ball perhaps down the field. I don't know if they can make up 15 yards on this play here or not.
Brown gets it off. He gets nailed as he lets it go. It is caught by the tight end Exodius Baines, but he's going to be well short of a first down. He got to the San Diego 48, not a lot more. And it'll be 4th and 6, and Johnny Pickles on for the 3rd time in this first half to do the punting. But we will do that after the 2-minute warning, because I don't think they're going to snap it before then. Oh, they do. This will be the last play before the 2-minute warning of the first half. Pickles gets the ball away. It's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 15, running left side 20, and Ryan Owens is tackled right there. 2 minutes to go in the first half. St. Louis with a slim 10-7 lead over the San Diego Mavericks. This is the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music on YouTube. Look out. We got 4 wide, plus 2 tight ends on first down for San Diego. Nobody in the backfield alongside Javier Vasquez. Vasquez against the 4-man rush. Underneath it goes, and it's caught for a 6-yard gain. Visit the SFL League website at simulationfl.net for info on how to create a player to join our community, the league, and the teams that play in it, and a comprehensive history of the SFL. It's over 1,500 games and thousands of players who have hit the virtual field. The Simulation Football League, 17 seasons strong. Still 3 timeouts for San Diego. Clock ticks down under a minute 20 to go off this handoff to Wells. Wells breaks a tackle on the 35 and gets up past the 50, and he's still going. San Diego takes a timeout as he's dragged down inside St. Louis territory. What a run from Jalen Wells.
Yeah, I love this play here by the Mavericks. They don't even care. 2-minute drill, what's that? This is like student body left here, right? Everyone's pulling, great blocking up front. Just turn the ball off, hand the ball off, and Jalen Wells takes care of a business there. We see on the replay, he sets Nicholas Pop Warner on his back, running through people. Boom, boom, boom. That's a great play by the Mavericks. Like to see that. More of that here, perhaps on this 2-minute drill, this 2-minute drive. Let's see, 2 timeouts left for the Mavericks now inside the 50. What are they going to do now?
Would not surprise me if they can either tie or take the lead in the next minute 18. Vasquez slings it middle. That's an excellent catch and a better throw in between the corner and the safety. Timeout San Diego. They're at the St. Louis 22.
Yeah, fantastic connection here. Great pocket for Javier Vasquez. Sits patiently and waits for the tall Ryan Owens on the post route. 6'5", 225-pound Ryan Owens. Big target there for Javier Vasquez.
And that's
just
the second
like that.
time in the game. Sorry, we've seen Vasquez drill a pass to a hole about the size of a bread box for a catch. This time coming to the sideline with it. Gains 4 to Oscar Prodromo.
Yeah, when the Mavericks are on, they're on, right? They tested you really early in the game, and that didn't work out. But they've been, they've moved on from that plan, right? They've adjusted. We saw them get Jalen Wells involved in the passing game then, so short underneath routes, extending drives, getting first downs the hard way. They're making adjustments here, and it shows. The momentum is totally shifted here in the second quarter.
And now a little bit of I formation. They're trying to get the ball out to Wells on the far side. Not a lot doing that time as Mark Gronick was all over it. 3rd down and 5, but San Diego well inside field goal range with under a minute to go. I don't know, what would you do here, Benji? I'm in favor of taking a shot to the end zone, and if we don't get it, kicking a field goal.
5 wide, we'll see what they do.
Plenty of time for Vasquez. He's going to go to the end zone. It's incomplete. Geralt Winkler had his hands on the ball, but he only can watch it hit the turf instead of taking it back the other way. 4th down and 5, and here is Kevin DuPont to try the field goal to tie this one up.
And running 5 wide, we haven't seen that yet from the Mavericks today. I wanted to maybe catch the Gladiators off guard on that one. Well defended by the Gladiators. Sets up an opportunity here for the Mavericks. Tie this one up as we head towards halftime.
43 seconds to go in the first half. This will be a 34-yarder from DuPont. Oh, a bad snap. The hold is good. The kick is good. Oh, that was a little dicey on the snap there, but the hold from Wallace Emmer was good, and the kick is through from DuPont.
Quite the turn of events here. I think Mavericks have to feel good about this now. Started slow. Things, maybe they were a little bit worried, but obviously they stayed the course. Didn't panic. And just like that, offense came to life, made those adjustments. 10-10 here. Almost to halftime.
And it's really been a tale of 2 quarters. In the first quarter, San Diego came out very slow, had 2 turnovers, gave up 10 points off turnovers, had the pick 6. But then in the second quarter, they've been very methodical. The defense has played great, and the offense has stepped it up to tie the game.
Absolutely, and after St. Louis's first drive, St. Louis, where they kicked that field goal, they've had 3 punts and a turnover since then. So the Mavericks defense is playing really well today.
Bill Cherry up the middle, and it looks like St. Louis is content to go to the break with a 10-10 scoreline.
I think they'll be fired up when they go into halftime here. Playing at home, tie ball game. Defense is playing really well. Keeping them in this ball game here. Offense has come to life. They're going to be excited going in tied at the half here.
To the far side, the pass is caught. And the clock hits triple zeros as Paul Dillevue could not get out of bounds. So that'll be the end of the first half. I mean, it's a nice catch by Dillevue, but you can't get out of bounds to stop the clock. And that'll do it. We've hit halftime from beautiful San Diego, California at Robert Hansen Field at Lee Archer Stadium. Your score, the San Diego Mavericks 10, the St. Louis Gladiators 10 as we hit the first half stats and highlights. Benji Matson, what did you think of the first half of play?
I thought that was actually a very entertaining game. I think maybe we all thought the Mavericks were going to be shown the door early in this one, but they came to play. The defense kept them in here after a big pick six turnover by the Gladiators in an early 10-0 lead. Mavericks came storming back here. We see, despite these 3 turnovers by Javier Vasquez on the offense, they are still in this game early. They try and test the outside against Drew Riley, the captain. One of his 2 interceptions right there in that replay. Of course, the second one being that pick six, which led to that 10-zip lead for the Gladiators early in this game. At that point, we wondered if this was going to be a bit of a track meet with the Mavericks offense. Just not, can they get in sync? What's going to happen here? Big turnover at this point in the game here by the Mavericks. And that was the lone turnover by Christian Brown, the quarterback for the Gladiators, who's played solidly so far in this first half. But that was one of the, perhaps the moment the momentum changed, shifted. At that point, the Mavericks tried some new things on offense, got Jalen Wells involved in the passing game in addition to the run game. They're hungry for a victory here at home. They want to do whatever it takes. They're trying new things, and I think that's a sign of a well-coached team. Despite their record this season, they're in it. They're passionate. They want to win this one, and I think the second half is going to be a good ball game. I still think it's gonna come down to which teams here, which offense can hold on to this ball. 3 turnovers in the first half by the Mavericks. They're not too not worse for wear now as you look at the scoreboard, right? Tied 10-all despite those 3 turnovers, -2 turnover differential. I don't know, Michael. I'm excited about the second half. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, me too. And you mentioned Jalen Wells, 72 total yards of offense, 27 through the air, 45 on the ground. Of course, had that 2-yard receiving touchdown for the only touchdown of the game for the Mavericks to get them back in it. Just about to start the second half here from sunny San Diego. St. Louis will start with the football, and because of that early interception in the first quarter, it feels like St. Louis gets the first possession of both halves. Let's see what they can do with it. Kevin DuPont gets ready to kick it away. And it's game on in the second half. Your score exactly how it was at the beginning of the first half. Nothing to separate these 2 teams. St. Louis and San Diego have only met once in the short history of the San Diego Mavericks, and it was earlier this season, in San Diego at home squeaked out a 28-20 victory. So looking at history, we knew these teams would create a good matchup.
I think they look forward to playing one another. Always a tight contest.
And off Bill Cherry. How about the fullback keeping the legs churning for 9 yards on first down?
Yeah, there you go. Gladiators with some attitude to start this game. Give it to the cherry bomb. And look at that. Fullbacks love it when you hand them the ball, and they have 9 yards on that one. I think he's going to tell coach to hand him the ball a few more times here.
2nd and 1. Brown, plenty of time to throw, and it comes short to the near side, and it's caught by Dillavo, first down.
And that's a route that they tried to hook up on early in the first half, and they were not able to do so on the good defensive play by the Mavericks, but they come back to that pattern. Great route run by Paul Dillavo. They're able to sync up for a first down. New set of downs for the Gladiators.
Brown pump fakes, now goes to Jairo Martinez, and he loses 2 yards on the check down. And as well as the San Diego Mavericks defense is playing, and I've got to give them props because they're playing very well, the Gladiators have been very conservative on offense, haven't really tried to go down the field and stretch the Mavericks defense so far today.
They haven't yet, but, they could be playing a cat and mouse game here. Could be setting the Mavericks up for something, but you're right, Michael. They've been very conservative so far. And, the Mavericks, honestly, aren't giving them anything on the defensive side of the ball. They're playing really stout right now. And so St. Louis is going to have to keep trying trying something new, trying something different until they find something that works.
They're going to have to throw now. Third down at 11. St. Louis 2 of 6 on third down today. That ball is batted around and incomplete. It was off the hands of LC Mondavi. 4th and 11 in St. Louis. It's not a 3 and out, but it's very close to one, as they will have to punt it again. Now 2 of 7 on third down today.
Yeah, those plays are dangerous. That ball seemed to bounce around there forever. I think Gladiators are lucky, or maybe feel lucky that didn't wind up in a turnover there, and that they have the opportunity to punt this ball away.
Pickles from the 30, excuse me, from the 31. Fair catch called for and taken by Ryan Owens. They're in the fourth quarter in Houston. The Hyenas have lost 5 straight, but they're on top of Fort Worth 27-9 right here. It's 10-10. And San Diego has a chance to try and take the lead. Just over 9 minutes to go in the third. Vasquez gonna go long, and in between the safeties and catches, made brilliant spin move on the run to the 30, to the 25, and down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. What a run after the catch, and Javier Vasquez now over 200 yards passing.
Wow. Oscar Perdomo, the rookie. Watch this. His first game, this is a highlight reel play. The rookie. This is beautiful. Just watch the replay here. That's amazing. Hope Oscar's in the crowd today watching his first game. That's an impressive play by a rookie, to have that presence of mind, to make that spin, stay on your feet. That's a huge gain for the Mavericks, and the rookie has set his team up inside the red zone.
60-yard catch and run by the rookie, Oscar Perdomo. Sets San Diego up in the red zone at the 18. Flip to the far side, and the pass is caught. Stepping out of bounds is Liam Hammer.
My eyes are playing tricks.
In business.
Yeah, my eyes are playing tricks on me. There, Javier Vasquez has that unique release, and it looked for 1 second that ball went right into the arms of the waiting linebacker. When he didn't start running for the green pasture of the end zone, I knew something was up. Man, that looked like it was thrown right to the linebacker. Nonetheless, good play. Moving close to the end zone.
And off middle, nothing doing. Rodney Panani was there to make the tackle. And I think St. Louis would be pretty happy if they could hold San Diego to just a field goal here.
I think they would. I think they would be ecstatic to hold him to a field goal here. In the second quarter, this is where they utilized Jalen Wells in the receiving game. We'll see what they do here.
Wells stays in the block, and a brilliant rub route underneath, as Ryan Owens gets just enough separation to make a first down catch at the 6.
Yeah, that route worked well for both teams today. Ryan Owens on the slant and sticks his foot in the ground and turns that slant into an out. It's well run, and St. Louis secondary can't keep up with him there. Good play call at that moment, leads to another first down.
Wells up the middle, he has a passing touchdown, and now he's got a rushing touchdown. San Diego Mavericks. And they take the lead for the first time in the ball game. It's 16 straight points for the hometown team since the first quarter.
They are playing with confidence now. Defense is supporting them well, getting that ball back to the offense, and now they're making the right play calls, getting everyone involved, and here at the end, they turn around and hand the ball off to Jalen Wells. Came over from Sioux Falls, second year with the team. The Mavericks are hanging their hat on Jalen Wells, betting that he's going to be the guy in the backfield for him here. That was a great play call. Jalen Wells is going to just continue to heat up in this game, having a great one so far. Yeah, they're playing with all the confidence in the world now.
And Jalen Wells, when he left the Sioux Falls Sparrows to come to San Diego, there was a lot of questions surrounding it. Like, Sioux Falls had made 2 straight finals. You know, they were a great team, a great organization. We thought, why would you leave that to go to a startup? But he wanted, touches as the prime back. He was always behind Colin Hart in Sioux Falls, and now in San Diego, he's the feature back, and he has progressed very nicely throughout the season.
Absolutely, and I think Mavericks, went into that plan knowing it might take some investment, right? Like Jalen Wells coming over, new scheme, new position, slotting in now as a starting halfback. Might take a little bit of time, but we see him running strong, running with strength. They're utilizing him in the passing game, so he's making a great impact this season and in this game today for the Mavericks.
Christian Brown, now with his team down 17-10, is going to have to throw. He does complete it to Eagle Mondavi in traffic. Stretches the arms up to hang on to the ball. First down for St. Louis.
Right, and St. Louis just needs to do St. Louis things right now. Cairo Martinez ran the ball effectively and strong in the first quarter. They just need to do what they do. Their defense played well last week in the game against Tulsa. They just need to have confidence that they can do the same here today. Now that Christian Brown and the offense are out there on the field, just do what you do, St. Louis.
Cairo Martinez following his blockers and picks up 8 yards. And if he was not dragged down from behind by Pete Mitchell, he might still be running.
Yeah, exactly. And this is what you do when you're St. Louis. Well, what does St. Louis do well? Well, they run the ball well, right? They play good defense. They run the ball well. Christian Brown takes care of the ball and then finds his big playmakers when they need something big. So this is exactly what the doctor ordered for St. Louis. They've got the ball at midfield. Cairo Martinez running the ball there well in that play. Just more the same if you're a Gladiator.
Brown, plenty of time, and delivers a dart to Mondavi again. Inside the 30, we know Christian Brown can sling it, and now he's opened it up.
Absolutely. Like we mentioned in the tale of 2 quarters in the first half, San Diego switched gears offensively. They found something that worked for them. Christian Brown and the Gladiator offense, they haven't turned the ball over today. They just haven't had a lot of success yet in the offensive side of the ball. But now they're putting a drive together, having some success of their own right now. Good things can happen when you're feeling good about your chances on offense.
Brown underneath Dillavu, gain of 6. Visit the SFL's YouTube channel. I mean, if you're watching this game, you're already here for an archive of every game, every draft, every moment you might have missed since the SFL got its start in 2013. SFL YouTube features the top 10 plays of the week, archived people behind player segments, and all the major milestones in league history. Bill Cherry on the 1-yard carry at its 3rd down and 4.
Devin King has made some big hits today, big tackles. And the linebacking crew from the Mavericks is really flowing well back there and able to respond to these plays. It's the big guys up front, Joe Duncan, Denzel Maverick, Mufasa Kamau, Katie Slayer. The defensive line occupying the Gladiator front.
Brown going deep, and behind the defense is Paul Dillavu. That's a St. Louis touchdown. Somebody was asleep in coverage, and Paul Dillavu was wide open to tie the game potentially for St. Louis.
That's what St. Louis does. Run the ball, bide your time, and then Christian Brown saw when the Mavericks made a mistake in coverage and took advantage. Connected with Paul Dillavu, Dilly for 6 in the end zone. And just like that, we're looking at a potentially tied game halfway through the 3rd quarter. It's a barn burner, Michael.
I can't go to sleep yet. I got to finish this broadcast, and this one's going to come down to the wire. 4:57 to go in the 3rd. St. Louis ties it up 17-17. This is big for the Gladiators. We mentioned in the first half that they're fighting for their playoff lives right now, currently below the cut line. They don't have a fantastic strength of victory, so they're going to have to win a majority of their last 3 games. I guess the last 4 games, because this one isn't over yet. San Diego now at their own 32 to start.
And San Diego has all the momentum on offense, and so you might ask yourself, well, what does San Diego or what does St. Louis need to do here? How do you stop San Diego? I think it starts with pressure up front by your defensive line, who we have not had the opportunity to call out today for the Gladiators. They need to kick things into high gear here, put some pressure on the quarterback.
Talk about high gear. Going down the field is Vasquez. He's got a receiver inside the 20 and a touchdown saving tackle made by Nicholas Warner. It's Oscar Perdomo again. He's got 177 yards on his debut.
This is amazing that we're watching this unfold, that we're witnessing the birth of a star in Oscar here. Rookie, first game. And they're going to him. They're like, you're our guy. We're gonna throw the ball to you. Go win us this game today. And the rookie has responded, making play after play. Welcome to the Mavericks. Welcome to the SFL, Oscar.
Down to the 17-yard line, and now Jalen Wells running with some aggression for a 7-yard gain inside the 10.
Back to what I was mentioning before Oscar so rudely interrupted me on that big play, was that the Gladiators need to hear some noise from the defensive line. Only one stat recorded so far between the big four up front for the Gladiators. They need to get nasty and make life difficult here for the Mavericks.
Vasquez had plenty of time in the pocket and turning the corner into the end zone for a San Diego touchdown. Optimus Klein, it's his first catch of the game, and it goes for 6 points.
The captain, Optimus Klein, the big target there at that tight end spot. Old reliable Javier Vasquez was going to him all the way on this play. Tight ends are always open. 6 on the board for Mavericks after another great drive. They're on fire right now, Michael.
On for the extra point is Kevin DuPont. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is good. The San Diego Mavericks have scored 24 of the last 31 points, and they lead 24-17. It's all of a sudden, it's like both teams in the locker room at halftime are like, okay, defense, you've had your say. It's time for the offenses to take over.
Exactly. It's kind of turning into a little bit of a shootout here. It feels like, obviously, in the second half. We'll see what St. Louis can do with the ball here on this possession. But they put that ball in the end zone. They're going downfield behind the arm of Christian Brown. They're going to need to do the same here.
Well, we all thought the story coming into today was going to be St. Louis and their march toward the playoffs. And, they were going to roll over San Diego, pick him off a couple of times. But Oscar Perdomo has stolen the show. In for the retired Connor Weston. And he is putting up big numbers. You know who else is putting up big numbers? Bill Cherry. That's another 9-yard fullback dive.
It's actually been one of the most effective plays for the Gladiators today. Has been the Bill Cherry dive. Give it to the fullback. 9 yards and a cloud of dust at a time.
Brown, time to throw. Oh, that was a risky pass. As Ron Hoff was coming underneath to bat it away. 3rd down and 1. But both Cairo Martinez and Bill Cherry have the exact same amount of touches today, both at 8. Martinez at 51 yards, Cherry at 28 yards. That's very high for a fullback.
They've used him that way this season, including last week. He got 9 carries last week, so give it to the fullback.
Cairo Martinez needed 1, got 3 up to the 39-yard line. St. Louis moves the chains. They haven't done that well today at all. Now they're just 4 for 10 on 3rd down.
Yeah, we saw the Mavericks change up their play calling at that spot there in the second quarter. St. Louis, they look to be calling and trying some new things here as well. So both teams made adjustments when they had to have that success on offense.
They set up the screen for Martinez, and Paul Dillafou ran the wrong way, didn't block anybody, and Martinez only got 4 yards.
And that's the first pass reception by a running back today by the Gladiators. They have not used Martinez or Bill Cherry out of the backfield, and that was just an unfortunate play there. Paul Dillafou wasn't able to pick up the block.
This time they go back to the bread and butter. It's the power run for 7 yards and a first down to the 49. And we're still in the third quarter, Benji. This one's been a long third because of all the scoring going on. Now down under 2 minutes to go in it.
Yeah, the action's really picked up. We're seeing some big chunk plays, and both teams are doing things effectively on the offensive side of the ball. St. Louis is now running the ball effectively behind that big offensive line, getting good yards, so they're not going to go away from it.
Martinez on a dive. That's a 5-yard pickup up to the 45. And it feels like St. Louis has got their mojo back on offense a little bit. Yes, they're down 7, but here's the running game that has been pretty much invisible throughout the first 2.5 quarters.
Yeah, outside of a couple big plays on offense, St. Louis has been playing very reserved, but it still feels like they're holding something here, like they've got a card up their sleeve or something in this game that we should be on the lookout for.
Martinez falls forward close to a first down. It actually looked like in real time to me that he got it, but it's a tough spot. So it will be 3rd and inches. And I expect Cairo Martinez or Bill Cherry to get the ball once again.
We'll see how they line up here. We would be shocked to see maybe student body right this time with Bill Cherry leading the way, blocking for Cairo Martinez.
It's going to be Martinez, and Martinez finds a hole where none exists and picks up a first down.
And that's a great play call there, actually. Line up looking strength at the right side, and then slip the ball to your halfback, weak side dive there. Just inside your stud tackle there. That's a great play call by the Gladiators.
This will be the last play of the third quarter with under 15 seconds to go. It's going to be Martinez again. He breaks free inside the 30 and down to the 26-yard line. So the St. Louis Gladiators will start the fourth quarter on a massive drive. They've gone all the way inside the 30, and it's been the power rushing attack of Cairo Martinez and Bill Cherry that got him there. 4's up in the chat on SFL YouTube. We're headed to the final frame. It's San Diego 24, St. Louis 17. This is the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. St. Louis, and especially Cairo Martinez, has been on a tear on this drive, up to 85 yards on the ground for Martinez. This time Brown throwing middle. That pass is caught by Dillafou, and he's in the red zone at the 11-yard line.
St. Louis is really playing well on this drive here on offense. But both teams are playing well on offense in the second half here, but St. Louis now starting to get some chunks downfield. Successful touchdown pass on that last drive, and now they're getting yards in bunches here. Just making the right play calls at the right time. St. Louis now deep in Mavericks territory. It smells to me like it's Phil Koss time as we get close to the end zone.
It could be. It's Bill Cherry time, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and not a yard more as the right side of that O-line just collapsed under the intense pressure from Joe Duncan and Mufasa Kamo.
Yeah, those big boys up front really playing well for the Mavericks, making just life difficult, making a mess in the middle there. Good play up front today by the Maverick defensive front.
Cherry again. Once again, nowhere to go. Leon Thunderman, the #1 overall pick, came down and made the tackle. He has an interception today, his second of the season, which you don't really expect for a linebacker.
First overall pick in the draft, linebacker. Maybe you do expect those types of things from your stud linebacker.
Third down and 9. Christian Brown going middle. That's going to be another St. Louis touchdown. Phil Cause, the tight end, right on schedule. You called it, Benji.
Just like that, St. Louis ties this up. I think it's just one of the things you've got to do on offense too. I mean, Phil Koss is a playmaker at the tight end spot for the Gladiators. It was only a matter of time before they find him. They got 2 tight ends on this squad. We haven't heard much from Guy Clausen today. Just caught his first touchdown of his career with the Gladiators in their game last week. So these tight ends are truly a weapon for the Gladiators. That's why they run with 2 of them. But right there, you see why Phil Koss is one of the premier tight ends in the SFL. The Gladiators know how to use them. And they tie this game up here in the 4th quarter.
And that was the most impressive drive of the game by far. 13 plays, 73 yards, ending in a 10-yard passing touchdown to Phil Cause. And it's been 4 straight touchdowns on 4 straight drives. San Diego and St. Louis trading blows down the stretch here at the home of the Mavericks. Getting to the outside, look out, here's Ryan Owens. Excellent starting field position for San Diego as he gets up to the 43.
Yeah, we talked about the first half, maybe a defensive battle, but all of a sudden here in the second half, 4 straight scoring drives, 2 each by these teams, but all 4 of these scoring drives have been 70 yards plus. All of a sudden, offense is catching fire, just finding that weakness in the defense across from them. They're able to exploit. Things are really heating up here. It says 9.5 minutes to go. This is going to be an exciting ending.
Good starting field position after the return by Owens. Wells is going to go deep, and an excellent pass breakup on the outside by Rauger Law.
They fought the Law on that one that time, and the Law won. But won by a fingertip maybe, and if he didn't get that ball tipped away like that, Mavericks would be dancing in the end zone. That's a fantastic touchdown-saving play there by Rauger Law.
5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looks like San Diego might be trying to catch the St. Louis secondary sleeping here. Plenty of time. Now the pocket collapses, and Javier Vasquez just chucks that one away.
They gave him time to throw that 5 wide formation. They just could not find anyone open. Gladiators playing good defense when the Mavericks throw the kitchen sink at them, which sets up a 3rd and 10 in a tie ball game. You don't want to play tight here, but you also don't want to be too aggressive and make a bad call or a bad mistake here. Javier Vasquez did right to throw that ball away on that last call on this drive.
3rd and 10, Vasquez underneath, and that's not what you need on 3rd and 10. They only get 2. Nice tackle by Rodney Panani on Oscar Perdomo, and it's a punt coming up for San Diego. The first punt for San Diego in the second half, and the first punt by either team since the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, where St. Louis went 6 plays and a punt.
Yeah, call that one as a huge win for the St. Louis defense here at this point in the game.
And so it's the complete opposite of how we thought this game was going to go in the first half. You said, Benji, which offense is going to step up and make a play. Now it's going to be which defense is going to step up and make a play.
Absolutely. Both quarterbacks with at least 1 interception today. Of course, St. Louis with that pick 6. But you're right now. As we approach 8 minutes to go in this 4th quarter, it's going to be one of these defenses making a big play.
A little bit of float on that pass from Christian Brown, but it finds his target, Eagle Mondavi, for a 9-yard gain. 8:40 to play. Tomorrow on Next Level Sports, the Simulation Football League's coverage continues. September 19th at 2 p.m. Eastern, with the league's top team, Baltimore, heading down to Florida to face the surging Jacksonville Kings. We'll also keep tabs on an Atlantic battle between Charleston and Florida. It all comes your way next Saturday on Next Level Sports. Hand off up the middle. And that's a first down for Cairo Martinez.
This is a great game, Michael. I'm sad. I'm sad that we're in the fourth quarter now. Only 8 minutes to go. It means this game has to end. This has been really good. Both teams playing really well. With urgency, St. Louis feels like they have to win, and San Diego wants desperately to win here at home today.
Yeah, I mean, it's a matter of pride for the Mavericks. Pretty much mathematically eliminated from the playoffs at this point. In fact, I think they are. But if they can go into next season with some momentum, and they can play like this week in, week out, look out SFL.
Yeah, absolutely. We haven't really touched much on the fact that they just came off of that really tough 3-game road stretch at home. Good play there on defense to prevent the first down. All I wanted to say there about that was before they went on that 3-game road trip, they beat the Arizona Scorpions. So now we see them at home playing well, really well, against a playoff caliber Gladiator team. I mean, the Mavericks are a good football team, and they're just displaying it here today.
Brown under pressure gets the pass away, and it's almost intercepted. He was aiming for Phil Cause across the middle. Ray Lenerl knocked it to the ground. That's the first time we've called his name outside the rosters in the first drive of the game.
But he made a great play there. And just like that, after those 4 straight touchdown drives, each team now with a punt early here in this fourth quarter. Field position battle here all of a sudden.
Pickles gets the punt away, caught at the 25. And Owens doesn't get much of anywhere. Forward progress takes him to the 30. You mentioned they beat Arizona for their first win in franchise history. Arizona's a good team. They're 5-3. They're currently sitting right smack in the middle of the playoff race and, you know, still in the hunt for potentially a first-round bye as well.
Absolutely. That is a feather in the cap of this Mavericks team this year to beat that Scorpions squad. It just shows that, you know, despite that record, they are a talented team.
Wells trying to run left. Not much room for him to maneuver. Only a gain of 1. It always frightens me when I see a player on the ground like Raul Galar just was. You know, you think, oh boy, is he going to be gone? You know, can't really afford to lose a corner against this passing attack. To the corner. That's a wide open Liam Hammer. Hammer hasn't been targeted much today, but he makes that catch. Hammer only his 7th target of the ball game, only his 5th catch.
That was a big play, though. That's all that matters right now for the Mavericks. Javier Vasquez finding the open man, gets the first down. Clock's running now. It's going to start to become a factor here soon. They're at midfield. Just want to keep this drive going.
From their own 49, Vasquez with a 5-step drop, sidearm over the middle, and that pass is low and incomplete, intended for Ryan Owens. A better pass may just have gotten San Diego, a first down.
And that's just good defense there by St. Louis on that play. Pass breakup. Prevent that reception there. We haven't had an opportunity to talk again about the Gladiator secondary since those big plays in the first half by Drew Riley. But they're playing tough. That was a great play there.
Vasquez, no step drop, and it's batted away by Gronick. 3rd down and 10.
The outside linebacker forgot his hands on that play. Wants that one back. If he could reel that one in, it would have been his first interception on the season. But nonetheless, great play to knock the ball down. Man, if you could hold on to that one, that would be huge.
5 wide on 3rd and 10 from midfield. The Veltai snap goes to Vasquez. He throws it down the middle. It's deflected and incomplete. It was looking for the bell count today, Oscar Perdomo, but the rookie could not make the catch at its 3 straight punts now. 2 for San Diego, 1 for St. Louis.
Yeah, both defenses tightening things up here. It's getting tense now. Punters need to, get the best boot in that you can. Play, good coverage here by special teams. Don't let St. Louis return anything here. Got to play mistake-free football now.
Punt was almost blocked, but Alex Damian got it away. And St. Louis will have their deepest starting field position of the ball game at their own 17-yard line. The defenses in the fourth quarter pinning their ears back. This really has been a game where every quarter you see something different. In the first quarter, it was all St. Louis's defense. In the second quarter, it was all San Diego's defense. In the third quarter, it was all about both offenses, and now both defenses are fired up in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cairo Martinez nowhere to go. Joe Duncan with the tackle for loss, or they're going to give him forward progress back to the original line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, great play there. Fantastic play up front by Joe Duncan. Just another opportunity to mention, a defensive lineman for the Mavericks. They've really made some big plays today.
Martinez and the run game that was working so well for St. Louis in the third quarter has just dried up here in the fourth. 3rd down and 10.
And it looks like Leon Thunderman was in on that tackle. Mufasa Kamau was in on that as well, I believe. Playing good defense here.
Over the middle, deflected and incomplete. A 3-and-out for St. Louis, and it's 4 straight punts.
Wow. And the Mavericks had an opportunity there just at the very end of that play. Was it Kai Cash? One of those secondary players just had an opportunity to had their hands on that ball as it was falling to the ground. Almost could have reeled that one in for an interception.
The Mavericks are winning the field position battle as Johnny Pickles will punt from his own goal line. It's a low snap, and it's blocked at the 5-yard line. St. Louis falls on it, but it's going to be 1st and goal San Diego from the 4 after the punt block by Johnson.
Wow, and I don't know, as we saw that replay, if that was just a miscommunication on the Gladiator side of the ball. Johnson wasn't blocked. Had a straight shot, blocked that punt, and it sets him up inside the 5.
Handoff up the middle. Jalen Wells trying to turn his feet, trying to get his 3rd touchdown of the game. He'll be a yard short. 2nd down and 1.
And look at those stats today. Both running backs averaging 5.3 yards per carry. They've both been effective on the ground today. Cairo Martinez, maybe a little bit more silent as the game has gone on. He had a great running plays in the first half, but it's been Jalen Wells here in the second half for the Mavericks. It's really been lighting things up.
Do they go back to Wells again on 2nd and goal from the 1? They do not. They do not. It's going to be play action. It's tipped and incomplete.
Oh. Hand the ball to Jalen Wells. Hand the ball to Jalen Wells. I'm channeling it for them right now.
I mean, every San Diego fan in the building was expecting that. I mean, if they wanted to fool people with that call, they fooled me. They certainly didn't fool the defense. Rodney Panati with the knockdown. Now 3rd and goal from the 1.
Yeah, great stand by the Gladiators here. They were ready for it. They didn't bite on the play fate. They played good defense. They just need to stay home here as well. Keep your eyes on the ball. Where's it going to go?
It's going to go up the middle, and it's going to be Jalen Wells for the San Diego touchdown. And the Mavericks take advantage of the block punt and take the lead.
That blocked punt there is the play of the game, and it's unfortunate that might have been a blown assignment by the Gladiator special teams. The only good thing here, after this extra point attempt possibly puts San Diego up 7, is that St. Louis has 4 minutes on the clock and all 3 timeouts when they get the ball back here.
Plus the 2-minute warning as well, but St. Louis, a special teams miscue, a low snap, forces a blocked punt, and San Diego cashes in, and it is 31-24.
Both teams now have had big special teams play, or a defensive or special teams play. Kind of evens things out here. So as this ball comes back to St. Louis, they've got to just brush that one off. You know, their playoff lives could be at stake here as this offense comes back onto the field. Is this a playoff caliber team? Is this a team that can make a run in the playoffs? Well, maybe it starts right here. Christian Brown trots onto the field. They're looking at a 7-point deficit and 4 minutes on the clock. Can they put something together here, get down the field and punch this in?
They've gone empty set on first down. They don't need to be so aggressive. They've got 4 minutes. Brown to the middle, and Phil Cause makes the catch and stretches to move the chains.
And it's outside of that touchdown to Phil Koss here in the second half. He has largely been quiet today. No better time than right now. Plenty of time on the clock. You said it, Michael. You don't have to rush here. But when you've got a weapon like Phil Koss, running wild like that, cross the middle, you know, look for your tight end now. You know, if it's working for you, go to it.
Martinez trying to create space to the outside. No space exists, but here comes the up-tempo offense for San Diego. They're going to go Bill Cherry. Nothing doing that time. 3rd down and 7. I hope they have a pass play called in this formation. They don't. Bill Cherry is going to not get the first down. It's 4th and 5.
It's hard to know what to say after that series of plays there, but St. Louis lines up, decides to go no huddle with plenty of time on the clock. They were hoping they could have caught the Mavericks off guard there. As it stands, clock's running, punting the ball away. We have to play defense now.
Fair catch by Owens. And that's a tough break for the Gladiators, as now they're going to have to basically force a 3-and-out, or San Diego could potentially just run the ball and end this ball game. The 31 points scored today by San Diego are the most they've scored this season. Second most is 30 in a 45-30 loss to the Portland Fleet all the way back in week 3. Play action. Back to Wells. It's been a decent play, that call for them. But not that time, as it only gets 3 yards. The clock runs. This could be the 2-minute warning. San Diego does not have to snap it.
That's the one silver lining to that series for St. Louis just then, is that it happened so fast that they're going to have the 2-minute warning here and their 3 timeouts. It's conceivable they can still get the ball back here.
That will take us. No, they're going to snap the ball. Wells up the middle to the 30, and it will be 3rd and 3 after the 2-minute warning. St. Louis defense trying to give their guys a fighting chance to get back into this game. San Diego trying to hang on for their 2nd win of the season.
We'll see how this plays out, Michael, but San Diego might have just done a huge favor there, a huge solid for St. Louis by snapping that ball before the 2-minute warning.
Well, now 3rd and 3. First play from scrimmage inside 2 minutes. It's going to be Jalen Wells, and he's going to get the first down. That's huge as St. Louis starts burning their timeouts.
Yeah, that was big. Just needed just a shade over 3 yards there for that conversion, and they got it. Beanie Wells on the day. 16 carries, I think, approaching 70, 75 yards. They're, those aren't the biggest numbers, but he's been so effective today. And now you expect for him to carry the ball here several times in these last minutes.
Trying to stretch it to the outside, nothing doing as a wave of white and green and gold bring him down for a loss of 1. St. Louis calls their second timeout, 1:49 to go.
Yeah, so St. Louis is betting that on this second down. Yeah, it's mind games here, right? So if you're St. Louis, are you going to bet that San Diego is going to try and force you to call your timeout, so they're going to turn around and hand this ball off? If that's the case, you can run blitz here. It's a game of chess. See what happens here.
Wells, behind his blockers, gets 6. Final timeout called for St. Louis, and this might as well be third and ball game. If San Diego gets this one, they can just run out the last minute 45 of clock. If St. Louis holds, they're going to get the ball back with about a minute left and a chance to tie the game.
Do you risk throwing the ball and having it going complete, or do you just get the clock running here?
They run with Wells, and Wells is wrapped up at the line of scrimmage and dropped by Mark Gronick. He's been probably the best player on this St. Louis defense today, and he makes a huge 1v1 tackle in the hole to potentially give the St. Louis offense the chance to tie it up.
That's the play they had to make. They got it done. So they know they're getting the ball back. It's looking like the clock under a minute by the time the offense comes back on the field, perhaps. One last chance to tie this game up.
They're going to have about 50 seconds, no timeouts. Elsie Mondavi is back deep to return. Let's see where St. Louis will start. And it will be from the 30-yard line. 70 yards, 57 seconds, no timeouts for St. Louis. The odds are stacked against second-year quarterback Christian Brown and the rest of the St. Louis offense, but here we go.
First and 10 from 30 yards.
Brown stands in, fires over the middle. You don't want to be doing that. You got to go to the sideline so you can stop the clock. Clock runs under 50 seconds to go. Up tempo from St. Louis.
They're going to be looking for Eagle Mondavi going deep here if they can get it open.
They got a receiver, but he can't get out of bounds. It's Dillavu. Nice tackle made on the outside. I'm not sure who by on the Mavericks defense. And it forces a spike for St. Louis with 31 seconds left.
Gives them an opportunity to call another set of plays here, maybe try a different formation. We'll see how they line up, but only 30 seconds left on the clock here. They still have to, quite a ways to go here, but the emphasis has to be on going downfield now.
31 seconds to play. St. Louis at their own 44. High snap, slinging it over the middle, caught inside the 40. But again, they went down the middle. There's only 23 seconds left. They got to get up and clock it. Inside 20 seconds now. And 18 on the clock when the ball is spiked by Christian Brown. That's a huge catch by Phil Cause.
And so with only 18 seconds left on the clock, St. Louis might be thinking it's time to go to the end zone. They can't risk trying to get out of bounds and falling short. They just need to see what they do here. Maybe one play where they try to go outside. They're going to line up and gun straight here. We'll see what they do. Could be a pass over the middle before going to the end zone.
I think a pass over the middle is probably about the worst thing they can do. They are going to throw over the middle. It's to the 30-yard line. Got to get up and spike the ball. 10 seconds left. Will they get a shot at the end zone here? Brown with 5 seconds. Clock the ball, my man. 3 seconds they do, and they're going to take one shot at the end zone to try and tie the game.
Oof. All comes down to this. One play. Pick your best play. Christian Brown calling the play right now in the huddle. Can St. Louis, can the Gladiators come up with the miracle finish here to tie this game, send it to overtime, or will the Mavericks hold on for their second win in franchise history?
It's all going to be on the arm of Christian Brown. Can he get enough time to get a pass away? 30 yards from pay dirt. Brown moving in the pocket. He's going to be sacked. And the San Diego Mavericks have their second win in franchise history. 31-24. San Diego gets it done.
A crushing defeat for the Gladiators on the road against the Mavericks today, Michael. There at the end, the defensive line of the Mavericks sacking quarterback Christian Brown to end the game. Man, I don't know what you think, Michael, but this was a well-played game from start to finish by the Mavericks, playing with pride at home as we watch these replays here. I think they just came to play. Slow start, wouldn't you agree, at the beginning? It looked like maybe St. Louis was going to run away with it, that 10-0 start. But man, they came roaring back. Great play all across the board by the Mavericks, Michael.
I mean, this game had everything. It had fantastic defense early. It had an absolutely bonkers third quarter where both teams scored 14 points in basically 5 minutes. And it had a fantastic end. And really, what broke the game open for the Mavericks was that special teams play. The block punt inside the 5 set San Diego up at first and goal. They eventually punched it in, and that's the deciding factor in the ball game. It's a game of inches, Benji, and we saw it this afternoon.
Absolutely. The Mavericks, I think they were sparked, though. That was a big play, that blocked punt, but they were sparked by someone special in the game today. I've got my fingers crossed here. We're going to go with the player of the game. But across the board, well played by the Mavericks. And for St. Louis, you hold your heads up. You played a tough game on the road against a great team today. And the Mavericks, an up-and-coming team. No shame in losing to the Mavericks today.
And I think it is Jalen Wells. He had 3 touchdowns, 2 on the ground, 1 through the air. Definitely deserved. The Mavericks go to 2-7. The Gladiators drop to 4-5, and it's going to be tough sledding for St. Louis to make the playoffs. They're basically going to have to win out to have a shot. That'll do it for Mark Lopez on stats, Benji Matson on analysis. My name is Michael Trillo saying so long, and we'll see you next time.